Hello and welcome back to the 100% playthrough of The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. We still have a few more quests to do, a couple of things to explore before actually diving into the whole main quest situation. I did initially want to do capture the castle in this episode. However, the moment I fast traveled to Count Delacroix's mill, it said certain side quests will not be available after this point, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe the plan does need to change for a little bit. So we will do some exploration and some more side quests before actually diving into the grande finale, so to say. And I already marked our little spot, our very first spot of the episode. It's essentially just a bit of treasure hunting and little knickknacks all around. There we go, hidden treasure. Obviously, that's not it. Need to somehow get up there. Go. Escape Artist's Journal. Part of the journal is sticky with dried blood. 22nd day of the month of Berg. The worst part of my work's not that I have to crawl through cesspits, jump from great heights, dive into canals, be tied up, untied, lashed, burned, tortured, have my fingernails ripped off or scraped off while digging tunnels barehanded. No, none of that's the worst. The worst is that I've got to document it all, then hide the notes from the guards. Each escape must be noted down in detail, otherwise my employers won't have a basis for releasing my pay. The work of a professional escapologist is not easy, my friend. 25th day of the month of Berg. The time I was given a contract in Toussaint. This is going to be a piece of cake. The guards are fat and drowsy and the walls pocked. Illegible fragment. I was given a thorough hiding today. Those guards are fat and indolent, true, but they know how to whip. Blast, think I'm getting too old for this. I'll finish this contract and then it's time for a change of trades. 28th day of the month of Berg. Ha! I'm one lucky horseman. My fellow inmate, a man wrongfully convicted, told me a story about an elven treasure trove hidden underwater somewhere south of the prison. I believe he sensed I was planning an escape. I'm surprised to take that sly rogue with me in exchange for the key. Perhaps that's my ticket to an early retirement. First day of the month of Blath. I completed my dig only to learn I had miscalculated and exited right into the lake. My companion had not learned to swim, it seems, and now he never will, for he sleeps the big sleep, dreaming of fish. Sadly, I didn't manage to take the key to the elven treasure from him. Took all my strength just to get back to our cell, where a pack of guards were waiting for me. They knocked out a few of my ribs and a handful of teeth, but I should heal. 11th day of the month of Blath. Things are good. They've moved me to another cell. Bars on the windows saw the days when elves ran to saw, so I loosened those rust-rotted rods this evening, and then it's into the lake. It's a long drop, true, but that'll no worry for me. I'll report back to my employer and check out the tale about the treasure. If all goes well, I'll soon be done with escapology. Applied escapology. Ah, this is where the little cave over here comes in question. Here we go. Oh, there's some more things to loot. Wonderful. If Geralt can swim out of this corner. And I think we should... Oh gosh. Please don't die here. That's not a nice death. And there we go. Now we need to find the sunken ruins. And the sunken ruins are the ones where we kind of found the portal of Professor Moreau, where we got our enhanced mutations. So if we quickly take the route there, there should be a little cave that we didn't go into just yet, at least at the time of doing Professor Moreau's quest, because it was indeed related to another one, and we wouldn't have benefited from it anyway. Okay, for this, I am kind of partial on drinking killer whale. So let's see how this is going to treat us. So yeah, this is the infamous cave we didn't explore at that point, for a very good reason. Okay, we do have air supply here. That's good. Look at all this gold. Okay, that really is a lot. There we go. Nice little dive. And, oh, Geralt, can you please come to the shore? Geralt? Thank you. There we go. Oh, drowners. Not particularly interested in finding those. We have the Mère Lachaise cemetery there. We also have a little question mark over here, which is going to be the next stop on our journey. Oh, a guardsman. Oh, it makes sense. The prison's over there. It does kind of make sense for the guardsman to be done. Now, this looks... It's either going to be giant centipedes or neither. It's going to be a vintner's contract.
Not even a draft horse will talk without some carrot to move it.
What's up, Kitty Eyes?
Kitty Eyes is new.
One
Okay.
evening I'm off to the hells, quick as a flash. Those
Well,
girls can't wait
out
to see
with
me.
it.
Some evil's afoot in that cave. It's made its lair there. It's swallowed Phil and whole.
You know, my dear sir, sounds like you're in need of a witcher.
Oh, there, sir. I guess those swords on your back aren't there as festoons. Maybe you could help me.
Maybe. Depends.
Well, there's a cave that, to my mind, would be splendid for aging wine. Not over dry and none too moist.
But
Well, damn thing's full of noise. The arse-clenching sort. Clinkety, bangety, knockety kind. Sent McClark in to sea, been 2 days. And he's not back. I reckon it's aught to do with the elven ruins. Blah. That about the cave. So, lend us a hand, will you?
Let's talk about the reward first.
could help, provided you can pay.
Are you gonna throw out 250? No.
Yes, we're almost there.
240, maybe?
Yes, we're almost there.
Don't be stingy. 230. Come on.
Yes, we're almost there.
Oh my goodness. 225?
Agreed.
We'll look into it.
Fine. I'll have a look in the cave, see what lurks there.
See, you're the Duke of this, the Duke of that, you're the Duke of Dog Tittle.
Great. Makes complete sense.
Oh.
Okay, torch. Oh, gargoyles. There we go. Apparently one more is lurking somewhere about. Oh! Well, I have to... Hang on. This looks very diveable. If Geralt could do me that favor, that would be amazing. Geralt, dive! Nope. Does not want to hear about it. Oh. Yeah. I mean, that works too. That works too, I guess. Ah, there we go. There's another chest, which we will of course grab. Oh, gold nuggets, quite a lot of them too. And the question is if we can get up there. I don't think so. Nope. Means we'll have to circle around. Oh, that's here. Okay.
Is it over? Is it done?
Very much
Okay
so.
now. Did you manage it?
Yeah, all taken care of.
Ha! And 4 cold witches layabouts and freeloaders? Bollocks! Storehouse will be ready in 2 days at most. And here on in, you've cut rate prices on all my goods.
You aren't a Toussaint native, are you?
Not from around here, are you?
Nay, from Povis we are. Wandered south for the climb afore the first war. Chills up north were giving me wifey lumbago.
And what are you peddling?
What you got on offer? Wouldn't mind a glance.
Obviously, wines and everything that goes along with them. However, this good man's probably willing to take off weight off us, which would actually be much appreciated. Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. Slow and steady.
So long.
Moving on, we do have this little question mark here.
I'm going to save with my hands.
One I am genuinely anxious of doing because I know what awaits us there. And it's not exactly going to be a walk in the park if I remember correctly. Although we are quite high level. So in theory, we should be good on it, but at the same time, let's not blow the horn before we actually do it. Our guests? No, thank you. I will happily pass those. Not particularly. Oh my goodness. A wraith? What's going on here? There's spiders, there's wraiths. What else? Oh goodness. Okay, let's see what we can do. Is this black blood? Thank you very much. We'll slurp on this immediately.
What now?
And this is exactly what I mean with not an easy walk in the park. Honestly, Garcanes and Flutters are a pest to fight. Kind of manageable if you do it like one by one, but otherwise, nope. Definitely not. Professor Noah Ivor's journal. Journal has been kept chaotically full of stains, blots, and incomprehensible scribblings, and the entries are not dated. Every day I regret I said what I said then. How could I have been so foolish? Why did I not agree to become her assistant? Fire upon you, base ambition. Oh, Isabel, forgive me. Enough inaction. I'm oath to Beauclair. If I find you alive, Isabel, I will fall to my knees and plead forgiveness. And if you're gone, enough of this wallowing in self-pity. Time to get to work. I've chosen the most talented and hard-working of my students, and for my assistant I have named my most clever adjunct, Philip Borot. The Academy Chancellery has accepted the plan for our expedition. We need but collect our equipment and then hit the road. Unbelievable, Philip had the audacity to point out to me that eating egg salad sandwiches while traveling in a closed carriage is poor manners. What arrogance! And to think I prized him above all my adjuncts. I could not have imagined a worse start to our 8-week journey. A few pages are stuck together by some sticky substance. Mayonnaise? We have arrived. I fear entering these ruins. I fear what I shall find there. I think I lack the strength to face the truth. The impertinent upstart Philip Borot is driving me completely mad. He's accusing me of idleness and indecision. How dare he hurl such insults in the presence of the other members of our expedition? He does not understand what my beloved Isabel was, who she is to me. I do not wish to. I cannot face the truth. I'm off, alone. At the moment, for I do not wish them to see me when I find. I will begin searching the ruins of the temple abutting the river. Old letter. Letter appears to have been read hundreds of times. Some words have worn away. My dearest Noelle, I know you don't support my decision. Understand it was not easy for me, but I have decided I will lead the expedition to the Term's ruins. The information I might acquire there will mark a new height in my career. I do not know what arguments I would have to use for you to understand that I do not seek to rival you. I understand this is a matter of ambition to you, but our scholarly work should not affect things between us. I believe once you have pieced it all together in your head, you will join us as my assistant, and together we shall discover. Yours forever, Isabel. Oh, so this location and then this over here is actually connected. See, never made that connection before. Stuff to loot over here. Probably came through here with the boat and everything. Is there anything else of interest? Except for this red mutagen. Oh, maybe over here. Oh no, this is just the way to the ruins. Okay, so nothing of interest anymore. Drowners scarily close to the road. See if we can avoid them. And appears that we can. Oh, we have 60 eggs. Who needs so many eggs? It's ridiculous. Okay, this is where we found the Smith of Belgard. But we never got the chance to loot this place bare. Oh, it's just mushrooms. Well, I thought we discovered something else. A bandit camp. Well, look at that.
Slow now, let's not do anything rash. Faster! Faster! Take him alive! Maggot-bummed freak! You gave me the hiccups! You killed him! You son of a tartman!
I do love myself some exploding bandits. Agent Philip boards notes. Well, we get a third tie-in of the entire series. Look at that. First day of the month of Berk. The very first day, I already regret agreeing to participate in this expedition. The journey itself will take 8 weeks. Besides, I do not believe anyone from Isabelle Duchamp's lost expedition remains alive. It has been years. Professor Ivor has taken a hardly supply of egg salad sandwiches with him for the road. A few stages are glued together by some sticky substance, probably mayonnaise. 14th day of the month of Blath. We have arrived. Professor Ivor gave us the order to pitch up camp near the ruins of Termes, the place where the missing group led by Professor Duchamp was supposedly to carry out its excavations. Then we drank 2 bottles of wine and went to sleep. 16th day of the month of Blath. The Termes Palace ruins. The very thought of them sends shivers down my spine. Nevertheless, I believe we should begin our search in the ruins themselves. Yet the professor keeps beating around the bush and spends most of his time curled up with a bottle. My suggestion to head deeper into the woods and look for signs of the expedition was shrugged off with a comment about my impertinence and an accusation of trying to take over leadership of the expedition. 18th day of the month of Blath. The professor has perished. He departed yesterday morning and has not returned to camp by evening. We shall soon set out to look for him. Perhaps that drunkard finally dared visit the ruins. And we get the very same journal. Noted. Moving on, we only have like 4 more over here. Then there's one here, one here. I think both are kind of connected to a quest. And we're essentially done exploring the quote-unquote wilderness. And we'll slowly move to explore Beauclair, because honestly we haven't explored that place properly, and we do have quite a few quests there too. A hidden treasure. Oh, it's that letter. Oh. We reach this? No? No? Wait, really? Okay then. Orders on stained paper and a key. Timon, hold off on fishing out the cargo. One of you drowning is enough. I've sent Go and Do to you. Before those lads join our hands, they were pearl divers in a penal colony in Gamera. They'll have an easier time bringing up the chests. Once you get the goods returned to the Caraberta woods, then you'll join Amaric Tapeworm's crew. Together you'll pick those academics' camp clean. Tents, pallets, food supplies. Here to take it all to Moncron. We could do with a bit of comfort at the Castel Galpian Academy's expense. Just try not to sink any more boats, Philibert. Waiting for Go and Do. And I'm guessing Go and Do never really came. Let's see, can we spot something? Yes, we can. Oh no, it's... Or is it? And there's the chest. Whoa, that's a lot of loot. Supplies invoice. Invoice of receipt for the below listed equipment delivered to the Imperial Academy of Castle Galpian Archaeological Expedition led by Professor Noel Ivor. Name of equipment. All large dray quantity 1. Freightage carts, quantity 3, expedition tents, quantity 5, sleeping pallets, quantity 10, blankets, quantity 10, tool crates, quantity 5, food crates, quantity 10, wine crates, quantity 20. Acknowledge receipt of above-mentioned equipment, Professor Noel Ivor, signature of person materially responsible, Luca Ip Franc, Junior Quartermaster Clerk, Chancellery of the Imperial Academy at Castle Gropian. I thought there was more treasures. Now it's just a matter of oh no 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 oh no no oh no no. Oh, that was close. That was a very close one. Okay, next up would be this little place over here. And it looks like we will have to cross the river one time. It does look like it, yes. At least it's shallow, so that's very good. Looks like a bandit camp, I would dare say.
Blatt! Blatt! Circle hit! Tack numit! Take cover! You gave me the hiccups! Leviota's weeping wounds! Take cover! Death comes for you this day! Faster! Faster!
Shut up and fight. Shit.
Hey, quite a few bandits there. Well, exactly something I anticipated. We have an entrance, which is kind of interesting. Out there. Let's see. Can we get you out somehow?
Witcher, save me!
Kichki and Ernest Crawler's Journal. Ding my dong, today we drank to the last drop, or till we drop. Four Fingers had us pitch camp near Delfner Pass, and to keep from going daffy with boredom, we set out on a little reconnaissance mission and happened across a merchant caravan. Sadly, we got a bit carried away. Instead of gagging and hog-tying them, the lads sharpened some stakes and stuck the fat peckers on them. That was terribly exhausting work, but we had good fun doing it, and no cleft kisser can take that away. There was one skinny snub among them, but we left him for later. What matters is their wagons were packed full of quality wine, just begging to be guzzled. Naturally, we established watches and not everyone would get sloshed at once, as is only common sense. My fool of a papa used to say, "Sonny, the most important thing in life's to like your job. Do that, you'll be happy." That feeble pate was a carpenter. Non-tart twiddling idea was what he liked about smacking at wood, but bum budge him anyways. Geezer's been pushing daisies for ages now, and if he were alive, I'd write him a letter like this. "Papa, I like my work a whole lot, and thanks for teaching me to read and to write, because now I can let you know I give absolutely zero fucks about your advice." Well, that's not exactly nice, is it?
Let's ride! This shan't drag on too long. Let's ride! This shan't drag on too long. You gave me the hiccups! Faster! Faster!
Where does this lead to? Oh. That's nice. We get a little prize at the summit. Probably go down and save the poor merchant.
You saved my life. I thank you. Should you need something, find me at the cockatrice.
At the cockatrice. Okay, we'll keep that in mind for sure. Because we do need to... Do we need to get the cockatrice in? Oh, we don't need to go there, but we still might, you know, stop by. Because you never know.
Why are you here, Witcher? I've sweat dripping down my bum furrow.
Oh my god. Certain things are better left unsaid. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, looks like we're in for a ride with some giant centipedes. Unless we can avoid them. Still dodged the abandoned estate and a hidden treasure.
Vengeance will be mine, in this life or in death to come.
Ghostly Knight.
I am Maximus Nonius Macrinus. Our deeds in life ring out through all eternity.
And this lad would be the one mentioned by Philip at Four Fingers quite a few episodes ago, if you remember. And those letters where he swore he would get revenge on him. Notes by a Vanda Gilder from Philibert's Hans. I'd always enjoyed practicing my craft. Killing came as naturally to me as blowing my nose. They raised me to be a knight, and being a brigand's not much different. First blood and swords, then wine and harlots to wash the worries away. But ever since that horrid night, everything has changed. My dreams are filled with nightmares in which I relive those events step by step. We took the estate by storm and pulled Maximus Macrinus out of his bedding, still in his 90s. Yet we had to pull off dealing with him and first see to his family. Those were our orders, like it or not, but it's one thing to impale some corpulent cow diddler with a wine-stained mustache, and quite another to string up a snot-nosed runt. He squealed like a little girl when the lads threw the noose around his neck. Macrinus tried to buy us off, even showed me the candlestick lever that opens the hidden vault, where he hides his family treasures, but Philibert's orders were clear. Next up was Maximus's wife. The lads spent a long time having their way with her and making Maximus watch. Too long I didn't know the harlot's brood and haven't a clue what he did to Philibert to make him wish such a fate on him and his family, but that was too much for me. Only once his whole clan was swinging did we turn our attention to Macrinus. We struck him with hot pokers, cut off his ears, and slit his gut, and he, throughout all this horror, he didn't scream once, only groaned under his breath. When it came time for him to die in a puddle of his own excrement, under the tree where we'd hang his wife and son, he looked me in the eyes and whispered, Vengeance will be mine in this life or the next. Those were his last words. Dark clouds filled the sky in that instant, and a harsh gale sprung up. Then I gave the order to move out. I remember perfectly how, when I reported this back to Philibert, he was all smiles, happy as a clam, didn't even harangue me for not eluding the manor. It was clear he cared about one thing, and one thing only, Macrinus's death. Yet news of the treasure we left at Casteldacia quickly spread around Montcron, and a few lads from our Hans are fixing to head over there to see what they can find. I'll join them. I'll bury their remains still lying there in the yard. Maybe then their spirits will know peace. Maybe I'll wipe away at least some of my sins. Maybe at last I'll be able to sleep soundly. Philibert always pays his debts. Apparently he very much so does. Such a beautiful place, and they really straight up ransacked it. So we're looking for a candlestick lever. Should probably be somewhere upstairs then, considering there's a ladder. Ah, there it is. Maximus Nonius Macrinus's journal. Journal filled with notes written in beautiful calligraphy. It boggles the mind, but that dreg-drinking Philibert von Witten has returned to the duchy. Seems he's not alone. He's gathered a group of fellow snoggers, and together they've taken to attacking traveling merchants. The son of Night has become a brigand. What an outrage. My brother knights warn me Philibert's Hans is harassing men for information about my family. Do I have cause for fear? I've heard Philibert has reached rock bottom, but could he really sink so low as to raise a hand against someone who once spared his life? Oh, maybe... Oh yeah, there was something about Maximus sparing his life instead of killing him. And that kind of pissed Philibert off, if I remember correctly. Okay, last but not least, we have this little question mark over here. Okay, that sounds like a boar. And I'd rather not. Boars and wolves are just... No. This reminds me a lot of the quarry from last episode. Maybe this is where they, push the already done things so they can ship it out.
Fight a witcher. Kill the corpse gobbler for Starling's dragon. Magic sorcery of some kind. You heck of it. Let's charge!
Casting spells.
No, now let's not do anything rash.
Ah, he straight up went ahead and killed his own colleague.
paid me to do. That's it.
Knife for hire. Okay,
I'll finally be able
we
to drink
managed to
in
complete
peace.
that.
And I'll
Orders
drink to your
written on a
health,
scrap
Richard.
of Sohide. Jobs a simple one. You're to calm the warehouses at the Friend docks. Take any food supplies you find and scurry back here to Sweet. There's a lot of knaves errant around and plenty of her ill-smelling greases guardsman, Philibert.
Hey, Tony Champion! The bells must give you one.
I came out of Oxenford Academy with high honours, yet any broad-shouldered lump earns more around here.
The prophet Lebioda, king of the universe, all Toussaint constructs his monument. Do not stand idle, do not tarry. What should you do? Build. Love thy neighbor, yet be thou not overmuch affectionate in thy love, for thy neighbor might take this wrongly. Pearls of wisdom from the prophet 65:3.
Ah!
I think my mouse glitched in place. That does not look like a normal position to be in.
I'm going to save with my hands. Watch your stones.
Well, out with it.
Let's see what else we can loot here before wrapping this episode up.
Blaspheming bodies.
My head positively whirling.
There's nothing here, but this is one hell of a view. And this is also going to be the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, show support by liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Of course, don't forget to click the little notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new episode. Other than that, I hope you'll join Geralt's adventures in the next episode, and until then, have a good one. Bye!